Hey guys, Tina here, the Critical Virgo. Welcome back to another Fragrance Fridays. If you're new here, then welcome. Just so you know, I do put timestamps everything down below, so if you want to fast forward to something, that's what they're there for. A lot of you know I've been playing around with this Discovery set. It's a line by Swiss Arabian and it's called Sawalef. And by the title of this video, you already know that the fragrance we're going to talk about today is Fannan. Comes in this black box, obviously, and it's one of the few that have a black bottle. I still don't know why some of these black boxes have white bottles. Don't have an answer. I guess at the end of the day it doesn't really matter. This one did come with a little information card. It didn't have a lot of information, it just kind of lists the notes, so I'll let you know what they list. It says top of cardamom, black pepper oil, and raspberry. A heart of violet, rose, and incense oil, and then a base of amber extreme, vanilla, and labdanum resinous. If I had to pick some words to describe this scent, it would have to be sweet, opulent, and intoxicating. And by intoxicating, I do not mean in a liquor sense, because there are no liquor notes or scents or anything going on in this fragrance whatsoever, based on what I told you. And based on what I've smelled. But this is just such a rich, dreamy, complex, dark, sexy. I mean, it's a pretty incredible fragrance. In fact, there's a lot of really amazing scents in here, and it's gonna make picking my top 3 very difficult, because this box is an easy way to go broke, and I'll get into pricing later. So, based on what they listed as their notes, the things that I would say I noticed the most would have to be the labdanum, incense, and the amber. Now let's get into the rest of them. The cardamom. I've been kind of obsessed with cardamom because I have been trying not to eat as much meat, and I'm not like vegan or vegetarian, at least not yet. And if there's one cuisine that you really need to master, if you want to cut back on your meat consumption and really enjoy your food, it would have to be Indian cuisine, because it's freaking delicious. And as I said, I'm just like totally obsessed with cardamom pods. I love putting them in the oil and then letting the scents just kind of wake up. I love it. So cardamom, black pepper, the raspberry, and the labdanum really keep this fragrance interesting. That's where you get like a lot of your, you know, sweet, spicy earthiness from. I was really surprised that there isn't leather in here, because I smell it, but that could be the labdanum. That's a very dominant note in this fragrance. The vanilla, labdanum, and amber make this fragrance really rich and warm, which I really enjoy. And the violet and rose, they're not like the main star of the show. They just kind of play in the background, but keep it very interesting. And I always love a good floral. I think like the violet, rose, and labdanum, and amber alone, you know, that gives you that like oriental vibe to this. I really like this fragrance. I don't think that the raspberry adds like a lot of sweetness. I think it mainly comes from that labdanum, which can come off almost like honeyish sometimes. Overall, amazing scent. It's very, very heavy. Most of the fragrances from Swiss Arabian are very intense, and this one is no slouch. I could see most people reaching for this in the cooler months or on date night. It's a very sexy fragrance. As far as gender, I feel like this one is very neutral. I could see ladies, guys, everybody in between reaching for this one. I don't think it really would appeal to a younger audience. This is a little bit more mature, but it's not your granny scent. I don't want anybody to say that, but I say this because I can't picture like a little, you know, 12, 13, 14-year-old running around with this on. Unless they were very fortunate and their parents had excellent tastes, of course. Now, I know I made a comment about how this box and this line can make them go broke, because there's just a lot of really amazing stuff in here, okay? I did check the pricing on the website to see if anything's changed, and actually there was one, so I'm really excited to report that. The sample, like this size, these are 3 ml bottles, and they run for $2.99. Now, in my other videos, I told you that there is no in between. Like there's no 30 or 50 ml option. You go straight into 80 mils, but they give you 2 options now. Now a retail presentation, you know, like with a box and all that fun stuff, is what I've been telling you the price is all along, the $159.99. Now, today when I checked the price, I saw a really exciting option. It's 80 mils, comes in a velvet pouch, and it's only $119.99. $119.99. Much more affordable. I know it's ridiculous that I'm saying the difference between $159 and $119 is much more affordable. But I think it definitely opens up the market just a little bit more. It's not as painful to purchase that. And let's be real, most of us are not buying this to put this on a retail shelf. We're buying this for our own personal consumption. Well, I really appreciate the company creating a non-retail, non-box option, because me personally, I don't care about boxes. I know some people do keep them. I just don't have the space, and it boggles my mind how some of you do. I only have a few full presentation bottles, and I really don't plan on getting a whole lot more. I just don't have the space. So a velvet pouch option is awesome. I could totally use, and I'm sure some of you could too, that extra $40 for something else. Maybe get some more samples. That's always fun. Or maybe like a nice base oil. You don't need a base oil with this one, FYI. And you know, for this, because the fragrance is so intense and it lasts so long, a little bit goes a long way. So an 80 ml bottle would probably last you a lifetime. So I really appreciate the $119 option. I think that's a really good move. I wish other companies would offer options like that too. So kudos to you. I would definitely pick this one up for $119.99. 80 mils, I mean, that'll probably last you a lifetime, because this one, you guys who have followed me for a long time know I am an oversprayer. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, behind my knees, 9, 10, on my torso, in my hair. 12, 15 sprays easy on most fragrances, even some Manceras, which is really ridiculous. I honestly cannot spray this one more than like 3, 4 times max. It's intense. Having said that, you should know projection and longevity on this are insane. I have sprayed this in the morning. It's lasted all day. Take a shower and I could still smell it on my skin at night. I also can smell it on my clothes the next day, which isn't too uncommon for a lot of the fragrances that I own, because I do tend to gravitate toward like heavier scents. But if you're not into that and you are more into lights, fragrances, you're probably not gonna like this. This will really appeal to people who like those really heavy, hard-hitting fragrances. So yeah, I think I pretty much covered it all. If you have any questions, you know where to put them. Till next Friday, guys. Bye.